Morning all. We had the electrician out yesterday and he's given us a rough quote to rewire the whole house. We told him that we wanted to make some changes to, taking some walls down and moving some doorways around, that sort of thing. And he suggested that we create a floor plan and then send that over to him so that he can give us a more accurate quote, and also to make sure that he doesn't run cables through a wall that we're going to be knocking down, for example. Now that actually works out quite nicely because I want to show you guys the plans for the whole place, and the way I'm going to be doing that is by making a floor plan and recording it. I mentioned before that the house used to be set up as two separate flats, one upstairs and one downstairs. The cabling that runs around all of the walls upstairs is external, meaning that the cables run on the outside of the walls, like along the skirting board and around the edges, around the door frames, that sort of thing. Rather than paying the electrician to do the whole house worth of rewiring, what we'll instead be doing is getting a quote for him to rewire all of the downstairs, as downstairs the cables run inside the walls, and then also change out like the breaker box and move it over a little bit. And I'll show you later on the plans what we plan on doing with the wall that has the breaker box on it, so it'll make more sense then. The rules are like you can do your own plumbing, you can knock your own walls down, you can do whatever you want in Sweden. The only thing you can't do is your own electrics. But what you can do, what you are allowed to do, is run the cabling and everything yourself and then leave it disconnected and then pay for an electrician to come out and then finish that off for you. Now the good thing about that is that it only takes about a day to go around the whole house and just plug all of the connections in. But they will only agree to do that if they can see that you haven't made any mistakes. Now with the cabling on the outside of the walls, you can see very clearly where the cable starts, where it stops, where the connections are, that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that he agrees to that and allows us to do, allows me to do my own cabling. The initial plan was to be in here by January. Now I don't know how realistic that is. There's certain things that have to be done and in a certain order, and a few of those things are reliant on other people or companies to come out and do things, which is all fine. Usually they're quite quick, but because we're in December and they don't really want to do a lot of work at this time, things are just having to take a bit longer. The plan is has to go in a sort of set order, and that order is get the heating sorted, get the electrics sorted, get the downstairs ready, move in, get the upstairs renovated, move upstairs, then renovate the downstairs. So another bit of good news, I have a meeting on Tuesday with
Arbetsförmedlingen,
which is the employment agency here in Sweden, and I'm hoping that they either have something for me or they could find something for me, because I need a job really. So that's basically it. Not much of a proper update for you this week. I've just been preparing. I've got to do a little bit more work downstairs. I'm going to do some wallpaper removal. I'll film that as well, and then I'll see you back at the flat. I'm just doing a bit of an experiment at the moment. I want to remove some of the stains from this wallpaper. Now, I don't really care about the wallpaper, so I'm just going to be using a mop with soapy water in it. If it damages the wallpaper, then whatever. Strangely enough, I don't know why, but the camera is picking up a face, like here, and even when I move the camera, it still picks it up. So, ghost maybe. I'm going to start cleaning the wall and see if I get attacked. Nah, this wallpaper's gross. It's going to have to all come off. Fun times. So, found something. Cool. Okay, so here is the floor plan that I have drawn and submitted to the electrician. I thought I'd just give you a little run around of the house so you can see the full layout of it. Yeah, the cool thing about this website is that you can also go into 3D, which I'll show you in a minute as well. So down here we've got the ground floor on the left and the first floor on the right. Obviously there's the basement as well, but I haven't bothered drawing that because there's nothing to be changed in there. It's essentially just 4 squares. So, okay, so yeah, if I can go into 3D. So I think that's quite cool. So if we go through the front door, we've got the basement, the stairs, they come through to the hallway, and you've got the bedroom here, bathroom here, and then living room, dining room, kitchen. And now over to the first floor. You come up the stairs here, and then you've got storage over here, which is the access to the loft. You have the room that's currently being used as the bedroom. The Slipknot poster is on this wall over here, or was on the wall anyway. And then you come through here, this is the room that had a leak in it, with the wardrobe. And then you come through to the upstairs kitchen, or what used to be a kitchen is now being used as a bedroom. And in it you have this big box in the corner that actually does overlap the doorway a little bit. There's no door on here. You'll see it in my earlier on in this video actually, that there's this bit overlapping.
Arbetsförmedlingen.
And then through this you've got the small bedroom. There's currently a single bed in there, and the wardrobe that pokes through comes out on both sides of the wall, which is way too big for that room. I have no idea why it was put in. Then you come out into the little hallway. That green box is where the breaker box currently is, and yeah, little toilet in here. So that's what we're looking at with the old stuff. If I go back to 2D, I will show you the new stuff. First things first, you want to take down the doorway that you see straight away as you come in. You'll see I've got these 3 little squares here. I'll come back to them in a minute. The bedroom and the bathroom will now be one large bathroom. We're also going to be putting the laundry in there, so washing machine, tumble dryer, living dining room, kitchen, everything else is still the same. And then upstairs you have a couple of differences. Firstly, you'll notice over here this doorway's been blocked up. The wardrobe has been taken out and the wall's obviously been blocked up as well. There's no doorway here anymore, and this little wardrobe that was here is being removed as well. So starting over here, the storage will be an office. The wardrobe that was over in this room is going to be removed to make this room bigger, and then there will be a wall put in and then sort of knock this bit out to create a hallway here. And obviously the door that was here will be blocked up. That sort of gives this room a little bit of privacy. Before you could just walk straight into it and it wasn't being used as anything special, but now it's its own room. You can only access this room over here by this one door, so it just gives these rooms a little bit more privacy, I think. The old kitchen will now be the master bedroom, and you can only access it from this little hallway, and the toilet is being extended to the other side of this window that was here compared to here. The breaker box will obviously be moved out of the way so that this wall can be shifted over. Now what that does is it allows this room to then have a shower in it, and it sort of becomes like an off suite, I think people call it, for the master bedroom. The big hallway and bedroom 4 that we've got here, we're going to be leaving it open, which is why it's hallway and bedroom 4. I doubt we'll ever have so many people coming to stay that we'll end up using all of these rooms. But yeah, if we did, then the plan is to put in this room like a sofa bed, then put little curtain rails up in the corners, and that way, if we ever do have 4 rooms worth of people come to stay, we can just close off those curtains and give whoever's staying in this room just a little bit of extra privacy. I'll show you what it looks like, or what it's going to look like inside. So you come through and immediately it's way more open. You've got these pillars that go up, and the point of these are, if this wall that was here is load bearing, then it allows it to continue to be load bearing, which is obviously important. But also there's currently a banister that is specifically made for this staircase, and it attaches to the wall that would have been here in 3 separate places. So I figured that because there's the banister and also a light switch, I have these posts here that will allow the banister to connect, and then I can also probably get that light switch on this pillar and then just run the cables down and into the ground, or up and into the ceiling. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This room, we're not sure if the door's going to be here, or if it's going to be in the middle, or if it's going to be over there, you know, whatever. But yeah, come through and it's loads of space. Maybe thinking, yeah, laundry over on this side, or shower over on this side because there's no window. And then, yeah, loads of space. Living room, dining room, kitchen, all still the same. The main changes are obviously on the first floor. So, first floor, this doorway I've made bigger, but it might just stay how it is at the moment. It depends on whether this wall is load bearing. I think it is. So, yeah, probably just either extend the doorway a little bit or keep it the same. But now you can see the breaker boxes on this wall. It's bright and green because this floor plan is mainly for the electrician, so it's just easy for him to see. Got storage is the same, but it will be an office. In here, this bit's blocked off. Yeah, have a little seating area in here, and maybe a fireplace on the chimney breast. And you've got access to both of these rooms through here and here. And then to access the master bedroom, it's just through here. And then the upstairs toilet will now be the shower room. Yeah, it's sort of just moving around what's already there and giving the place a bit more space. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the floor plan and the changes in the comments. And yeah, I will see you next week. Speak to you then. Bye bye.